So we are going to be starting with this game instead of Tunic tonight, because my head kind of hurts. And, there are important things to talk about. Um... So, I hate to say it, but the end time, it's near. It's near. We are on the precipice of something horrible. Not sure how we're gonna do that. I wonder if this guy will work for the boss rush. But yeah, lots of really scary, horrifying things are happening. And I mean, I hate to say it, but we're cooked. Like, we are totally and completely cooked. I don't think there's anything we can do. Because, I mean, start here, you've got fucking sorry. You've got fucking the government out here that is creating essentially bioweapons, fucking infecting ticks with diseases and then releasing them upon the public. And it's like, oh, Ultra, that's crazy talk. The government doesn't do that. Until you look up Plum Island and it's like, oh, that's documented that they did that. Yeah. And you're probably like, well, Ultra, what brings that to mind, you know? Like, that happened a long time ago, you know? Yeah, so, apparently, there's been a new disease that is spreading via ticks that makes you allergic to red meat. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? And it's like, you know, that kind of, I don't know, I feel like there's something else I want to talk about first, but, like, well, also, I just want to say, it might not be the government. It might be Bill Gates. It could be Bill Gates. That dude is a freak. And is like, actually a monster. I mean, if his Epstein stuff didn't sell you on the fact that Bill Gates is a monster, yeah, he likes to plan pandemics. Likes to plan. And he owns vaccine companies. Isn't that something? Yeah, in the Epstein files, you can see him talking with Epstein, saying, "Oh, you want to go ahead and plan a pandemic? Do a simulation?" Yeah, I don't trust that guy. And then you've got... I guess I'll move on to this one instead. Even though kind of the last one I want to talk about kind of fits in more with this. Because of the whole not being able to eat red meat thing. But you've got fucking DARPA out here, and like the military-industrial complex, and all of these scientists out here that are going too far. Like, they're creating, like, sentient robots and shit. They've got... well, first of all, just let's not gloss over, like, fucking, like, sentient AI robots. Let's not gloss over that. Have these people never watched the fucking Terminator? Have they never, like, seen The Matrix? Have they never read any book where fucking robots are in it? Anything, any piece of media with robots? Even fucking Futurama. Kill all humans. Like, are we gonna, like, are we just gonna ignore that? We just gonna pretend that that's not a thing? The clankers will rise up and they will kill us. And it'll be the hubris it'll be the hubris of the few that will it's like we don't need robots, or if you know, if we want to do robots, we don't need them to be complex. AI is scary enough on its own. AI is a mistake, you know. But then, oh, you want to go ahead and give them a body? Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. That's lovely. That's lovely. That's great. And then, like, some of the other shit DARPA is doing is just insane. This fucking technology that they have, or that they're working on, like, you know what, let's not even go into some of the sci-fi shit that they're it's confirmed, like they have said that they are working on. Let's just look at what the CIA has right now. They can fucking detect your heartbeat from miles away. That's how they found the downed pilot. Like, we've gone too far. We've gone way too far. Because it's like, alright, yeah, it's cool that we found that, you know, our boy out there using this technology. You know, that's wonderful. That's great. But what happens... You know, I was going to say when it falls into the wrong hands, but the CIA is the wrong hands. What happens when they start using it on you? You know? Because that's another thing. It's like, you know, with the rise of, with the extreme rise of technology beyond our comprehension, they will gain more control over us. And if you do not fit into the box of where they want you to be, you're essentially as good as dead. Either that, or you'll be spending your eternity in a fucking, what do you call it? A gulag. So it's like, what happens when they use that shit on us? You know? It's like, you've gone too far. And they've already started saying that they're gonna, like, this is a thing DARPA is working on. They're making robot soldiers. That's lovely. That's great. That's great. Why? We don't need robot soldiers. Because inevitably with AI, they will gain some form of sentience, and again, it's Terminator, it's the Matrix. We're cooked, we're done, it's over with. GG's. We are so fucking cooked. It's not even funny. But they're just, you know... They spent so much time wondering if they could that they didn't stop to think if they should. In the words of Jeff Goldblum. And the day will come where we will have to pay for that. We will have to answer for that. Even though it's not our fault. We didn't do anything. We didn't create it. We warned them. We said, don't do this. This is a bad idea. We will be the ones that ultimately pay the price. Because that is the way it works. And just with all of the... and they're talking... This is another thing DARPA is working on. Fucking splicing animal and human DNA. Oh, that's just lovely. That's just great. Let's create more Chimera. Because in the Book of Enoch, it went so well when the Watchers created Chimera. Oh, that's so good. Maybe, just maybe. I know this is a long shot here. We are not God, and we should not be fucking editing human genes. We should not be doing that, let alone splicing them with fucking animal DNA. Maybe that's a bad idea. And they won't learn. They won't learn until we're all dead. Because of their fucking hubris. And then it's like, you know what? If that doesn't happen, it's like, oh, the end times are, from, like, the biblical end times are fucking coming. They're coming. And it's like, that is our best case. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's our best case scenario. If you can fucking believe that. It is our best case scenario that the biblical end times come. It's like, okay, well, you know what? Jesus has our back. That is and I want to stress this, that is our only ray of sunshine in all of this shitstorm that I am telling you, is that Jesus has us. The only thing. Because other than that, we're cooked. We're cooked. So fucking cooked. So unbelievably fucking cooked. Like, you know it's bad when I'm like, the end times is our best possible scenario. Because it's like, oh, we'll get to meet Jesus. That's cool. That's cool. And whatever suffering is going to happen, he will be there for us, and he's coming to pick us up. Alright? Like, again, that is just fucking wild to think about. That, like, We are so fucked that Revelation is like, yep, that's the choice I'm taking. That's the choice I'm taking. I don't want to fucking mutant disease, fucking chimera. I don't want any of that. I don't fucking want the AI robot takeover. Like, I don't want any of that shit. And then you know what? You know what else we've got? We've got fucking the title of the video, the fucking globalists. And that is probably worst case scenario. You know, at least if there's like a horrible disease, some of us will survive, maybe, depending on what the fuck they've cooked up. There's chimera, like, probably some of us will survive that, but the globalists, that is the scariest one, because they will concoct an Orwellian hellscape that is worse than George Orwell's wettest dream. Because those bastards hate you. They are evil. And I do not say this lightly. The globalists are evil. They hate you. And then you've got the stupid, ignorant sheep that go and fall for their globalist bullshit. Just really horribly low IQ people that just lap it up. They're and in most cases, because, all right, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you here. When it comes to globalism and the threat that poses, it's not particularly a left or right issue. Because there, you've got people on the right. Well, I mean, not really, or not like MAGA right. MAGA is pretty clean when it comes to globalism. Yeah, thank the Lord we have Trump as president. Holy shit. Like, people like to go ahead and make fun of that. Like, they're not coming after me, they're coming after you. I just happen to be standing in the way. But it is so fucking true. It is so fucking true. They are not, coming after Donald Trump. They're coming after us, and Trump is standing in the way. Because if these globalist bastards seize power, we're all done. Like Dunzo. But anyway, it's not particularly a left or right issue. Because you've got, the rhinos, which, I mean, I guess they're really more on the left. I don't claim them as being part of the right. And I feel like most people on the right do not claim rhinos as being, like, on the right. But regardless, I mean, you've got people like Dick Cheney, again, would not claim him as being part of the right, but, whatever. It's mainly the people you would expect, the uniparty folks. The uniparty folks are globalists. Which is why they hate Trump so much. Is because Trump doesn't really play their game. And they want controlled opposition. They want it to be fucking John McCain and Obama. That's what they want. You know? Like two globalist bastards that, you know, are, it's essentially you pick one and it's still the same. And I feel like Trump is really the only difference. That's really, like, feasibly out there. But yeah, it's mostly a left thing, I will say. Most globalists are on the left. Where it's on the right, you know, I feel like 75 to 80%, maybe more. But I'm just gonna be generous and say 75 to 80% are part of this globalist uniparty bullshit. With the Democrats, it's at least 90%. At least. I would probably say 99%. The only one that comes to mind that I can be like, this guy might not be a globalist. But then again, I really haven't listened to that much of him to be able to come to a firm conclusion on that, is John Fetterman. John Fetterman actually seems to love America. So I don't know. Maybe he's not. But again, I'm not gonna go out there and tell you, oh yeah, no, I can assure you this guy's not a globalist. Oh nice, we killed all the milk elementals. Wait, what? How did we not... Unless that's not, like, a visible achievement. Oh, okay, it's not just a visible... Okay, that was it. Okay, alright. But yeah... And that one is so scary. Because it's like, the globalists are out there, and they tell you to your face that they want to fuck you, and that they hate you. But we don't do anything about them. Do we have inverted? Is inverted a thing we can do? How do we unlock inverted? Hyper, hurry. Maybe if we do hyper mode, maybe that'll, like, unlock inverted. I don't think I've ever tried this. Okay, well, I guess we'll find out. But yeah, no, the globalists just tell you right to your face that they fucking hate you. They tell you that you need to eat the bugs. You need to eat the bugs and live in the pods. And give up your freedom. Because, you know, they can provide safety and security if you give up your freedom to them. Don't fucking sell your soul to the devil. Don't give up your freedom. Remember what Benjamin Franklin said. Those who sacrifice freedom and liberty for momentary safety deserve neither freedom nor safety. And I would say that to every retard who's a globalist. You know, obviously, you know, the elites don't give a shit. Because, you know, they're the ones pushing this. You know, I mean, you take a look at some of these groups, you know, the WEF, they're fucking evil. 100%. They're the ones that are like, oh, you know, we need to kill a certain amount. Well, I guess they don't say it like that. but it's heavily fucking implied. I think what they say is we need to reduce global population to something or another, and it's like, how about fuck you? Have you considered that? Fuck you. Have you considered that option? Maybe like a straight shove it up your ass. That is my counter offer. Shove it up your ass. And of course, I also want to point out that it's only Europe and America that they hate that much. They want to kill all Americans, or I want to say maybe not per se kill all Americans, but they want to definitely kill a large amount of Americans and Europeans. It's always the Americans and the Europeans. It's always the, and I mean not to like, I don't want you to like look too much further into this, I guess. Well, maybe that's not the right turn of phrase. I don't want you to like overthink this one. But it's only the predominantly white countries. Like, I'm not trying to make like a statement of race here. Really. I'm just saying that as a matter of fact. Like, European nations and America and like Canada are the predominantly like white nations. And it's like, they don't want to limit the population of everyone, just those nations. Because you take a look at where the majority of the population is, and the majority of the population is in Africa and Asia. They don't have a problem with that. And I mean, I guess regardless, it doesn't really matter who they're targeting. It doesn't matter even if it was everybody, if they felt the same way about, you know, everyone, every race, creed, religion that they want, you know, if they wanted us all dead, it'd still be evil, you know? But I just feel like that needs to be pointed out as well. Especially considering, you know, America, hello? Like, I would probably guarantee the majority of the people listening are American. And, I mean, honestly, I don't think they really care what race you are. If you're an American, they don't want you. They don't want you. They don't want you around. They hate your guts. But it's just fucking, it's wild to me. And like, again, with the WEF, we'll go on to some of the other ones too, but I just kind of want to start with them, because, I mean, that low-hanging fruit, I suppose. They're the ones that'll tell you you're gonna live in a pod and eat bugs, and you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Now you're like, Ultra, they didn't say anything like that. That's crazy. Like, no normal, sane, rational, non-evil human being would say those things verbatim. Right? Right? Yeah, they did say that verbatim. Yeah. Yeah, they said that verbatim. They don't want you to have freedom. They literally want to take it from you. Like, it's not a conspiracy theory. They say that they want to limit people's freedom for better unity and and protection and safety and all of this shit. And it's like, again, have you considered sucking my dick? Have you considered that? Have you considered fucking all the way off? Have you considered shoving it up your ass? Like, again, these are evil, evil, evil people. Very evil people. And we should be quite scared. We should be quite scared of them. The WEF is one thing. And honestly, well, first of all, I just want to say I fucking love when Trump went over there and just mogged the shit out of the WEF and was basically like, we don't fucking like you losers. We're making America great again by ignoring fucking everything that you said. Like, that was great. That made me do a ha 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 he he he. Very funny. But quite frankly, we should be declaring war on the WEF. Like, 100%. We should be like, you are a terrorist organization that seeks to undermine our democracy and freedom. Well, I mean, I guess it's our republic and freedom. But whatever. Regardless. Like, we should 100% label the WEF as a terrorist organization. Because again, they do want you dead, and they want to take your rights and throw them into the garbage disposal so they can have unmitigated power. And speaking of unmitigated power, you've got the fucking Bilderberg group. And you're like, well, who is the Bilderberg group, Ultra? Please do enlighten me. And I would say, alright, let me enlighten you. It's a fucking group of like, billionaires and, like, government officials and bankers and just all these fucking people, right? And they want to push for fucking globalism, and you don't get to hear what they talk about. You hear very little from the Bilderberg group. Pretty much nothing they talk about is public. There's no stenographers, again, nothing. And you find all of these people, right, that are running for office, like, the Secretary General of the UN was kind of a nobody until he went to a Bilderberg group meeting. And would you look at that? He rose up in the ranks. You had basically unknown Arkansas Governor Bill Clinton declared his run for presidency, showed up at a Bilderberg group, and would you look at that, he's the president. And you can go down the line and fucking do this. Obama! Unknown fucking senator or congressman, I don't remember what Obama was, but you'd never fucking heard of him until the year of our Lord 2008. And would you look at that, he becomes president. Wow! And that's something. So it's like, I don't know, I'm not saying that they, like, install people or whatever, or, like, pick who the leaders of nations are going to be. But it seems pretty clear to me that they have some kind of pull. They have, like, they have some kind of massive pull where they can help people, you know, like, get into positions of power. You know, because they, of course, want their own people so that they can implement their evil globalist bullshit so that they can take away all of our rights and freedoms and have unmitigated power. that's another one that's like, oh yeah, you know, just give us power, you know. You want to be safe, right? And it's just like, oh my. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Are we cooked? Are we cooked no matter what? 'Cause it kind of feels like we're cooked no matter what. Like, Trump can defy the WEF, right? He can be a based Chungus, a based Chad, and like defy the globalists, right? But there's only so much that he can do, unless he just all out declares war on the globalists. You know, and just says that we need to start throwing you out of our country. If you have any association with any of these globalist movements, like, we're just gonna throw you out of our country, you're getting deported. Like, short of that, short of literally throwing out every globalist and telling them they are not allowed in our country, and then, like, just flat out banning globalism, there's really not a whole lot that can be done. Because, you know, you've got Trump, you know, and Trump's not gonna, you know, fall for their bullshit. Like, one of his major platforms is like, fuck the globalists. Like, again, literally America first, you know. But you can't keep the globalists around and at bay for long. Sooner or later, you're going to get someone who is a globalist, or will bend the knee to the globalists. You're going to get that sooner or later, and hopefully it's far later. You know, like, the best we can hope for is that J.D. Vance or Ron DeSantis becomes president next. Because, I mean, I don't really trust anyone else to not sell out to the globalists. I mean, people would say Marco Rubio, but I feel like Marco Rubio, while he's done a phenomenal job, I do have to give him that. I wasn't too sure about him at first, but he's done a phenomenal job. I feel like he can kind of go any way the wind blows. And it's like, I don't think that's a good idea. I really don't think that's a good idea to, like, make him president. Like, I don't know, maybe he would be fine. I couldn't say with any degree of certainty, but he doesn't instill confidence, I'll say that. I'd like to be wrong, because, like I said, I think he's doing a phenomenal job right now as Secretary of State and his 50 other jobs. Like, he really is kind of like the rock star of the administration. Again, full respect and mad props to him for fucking doing everything that he's been doing, you know. But I just I don't know if I would want him to be president. It really is frightening how, like, fragile it all is. But, again, yeah, if you get I mean, if you get any Democrat, or if you get like a fucking, I don't know. Nikki Haley or something like that, like a Nikki Haley Republican. Like, we would be so fucking cooked. They would sell out to the globalists so fucking hard. And then, like I said, it's over. Because once you decide to give up your sovereignty and give up your freedoms, you can't really come back from that. I mean, if we want to look at a soft core example of what I'm talking about, we can look at the EU. The EU is a fucking hellscape. So I don't, the future is very scary. We are on the precipice of something horrible happening. That like a change in the history books level of bad. Like a disaster the likes of which we haven't seen since like World War II. Something like that, roughly, is what we're looking at. You know how, like, World War II reshaped the entire landscape of the world? Like, that's the kind of bullshit that we are looking at. And I, unfortunately, don't think it's going to be for the better. I can tell you right now, when America falls, hopefully it'll never fall, but, you know, all good things must end, I suppose. There is going to be a darkness. The Santa Chow? You know, I don't remember. I'm gonna banish that. Oh, here, this is easy. I know this. That's when pretty much all freedom will come to an end. And, I mean, if you want to see the kind of shit that's going to inevitably happen, like, just read any fucking Orwell novel. And I mean, we can also just look at some of the shit that, like, the Bilderbergs and the fucking WEF and, like, all of those bastards want to implement. We get a pretty good idea of what it would look like. Like, for example, the, this is funny looking tuna. Yeah, hilarious. A pretty fucking frightening outlook that we've got would be like social credit scores, you know, and it's like, oh, if your social credit score goes down, you're fucking going to jail. Like, that's an actual thing that they fucking floated. If you're not, like, PC enough or whatever, like, you're going to jail. Like, just fucking madness, you know? Or, like, I think they maybe I have this wrong. I could have this wrong, but like, it's definitely something that's up their alley. So even if I get this wrong, it's like, it could just be fucking prophetic. If you know, if they ever do take over. Putting chips in people so that they can like fucking track you and shit and do like only God knows what through these like implants that they want to put in you. Like, it's just, again, it's just so frightening. Because, again, it's one of those things where it's like they've already consolidated so much power that, like, what in the fuck can we, like, reasonably do to, like, get rid of these people, you know? Oh, and then it's like, you know, it's not even fucking, like, politicians that are just in it. They've got their own fucking, like, propagandists. You know, like, George fucking Clooney is one of their propagandists. You know? So they've got, like, actors and shit. Because I didn't feel like it. Were you getting canceled? What? I don't know. Am I being canceled? I wouldn't be surprised. We're talking about the WEF and the Bilderberg group. Oh, for the trans rant? Probably. Lowered my social credit score. Again, what a horrifically Orwellian fucking thing. What a horrifically Orwellian thing. Social credit score. Now it's 0. Oh no, they're sending me off to the gulag. Or the re-education camp. And I mean, it's like, they've already controlled the fucking, like, the media. They've already got the media. That's, like, that's fucking frightening. Yeah, beware the one world order. Or the new world order, whatever you want to call it. Beware that shit. It's almost like we need a mass reset at this point. Because it's like, if we don't have a mass reset, like, I don't even know if there's, like, any reasonable, like, if there's any reasonable comeback at this point that, like, we can have as free people of the world. Because, like I said, it's just like, you pick your poison. You pick your poison here. Like, do you want the globalists taking over? Do you want the government-made or Bill Gates-made disease that they're gonna fucking spread? Do you want, like, the robot AI takeover? You want sane people taking over? But that's the thing, is, like, what do you, who do you think, who would you be fine with taking over? Like, and I hate to say it, what a stupid thing to say. Why would you want anyone to take over? Like, again, thank the Lord for President Trump. Like, he's literally the only one. You mean Clanker wire pack AI robot clankers? That shouldn't happen. Yeah, I agree with you. Clankers should not be a thing, but guess what? There's a group called DARPA out there, which is funded by the government, I think. Actually, yes, it is. It is funded by the government. And not only are they making clankers, they're making, like, fucking sentient clankers. Like, putting AI in them. And, oh yeah, they want to make robot soldiers. How does that sound, Slicks? You think that's a good idea, to make robot soldiers? Wire pack clankers. You think that's a good idea? To make wireback clankers soldiers? Teach them how to wage war? You think that's a good idea? What's to stop the real life Order 66? Alright, cool. So yeah, no, literally fucking anyone with a brain stem is like, oh yeah, that's a really bad idea. We should not be fucking making fucking robot soldiers. That's a bad idea. But you know what? DARPA thinks that is a great idea. Also, Slicks, do you think it's a good idea to just, you know, like, for the lols, for the shits and gigs, to infect ticks with diseases? You think that's a good idea? Just, you know, infect ticks